guys, welcome back to my vlog. Thank you for joining me. I thought today would be a little bit different. I'm going to do a market video. So this is the Bayside Spring Fair that we're going to attend today. Actually, I attended this same market last year and it was my first ever market I attended. So I was pretty excited when I saw it's back again. So I thought I'll give it a go again. Last year I did it with my mum and she's also helping me with this one again, which is extra awesome. I do markets on my own, but it is nice to have someone with you because sometimes it can get really boring and it makes it slow if there's no one there. So it's nice to have the help. So we're going to do a little bit of market prep and then I will show you some videos from my market prep and then we'll come back and we will talk about how the event went, what happened. There was a few drama moments that we had at this market. Unfortunately, so I am recording this after the market in case you haven't noticed, but I am going to add some footage in of the actual market and what I've prepared for this market. I actually prepared a lot because I do have another market coming up. It's actually a convention, an anime manga convention, so that's going to be in October. So it's a 2-day convention as well, so I need to make sure I've got a lot of stock. So I did over prepare, but in 4 weeks time I have another one, so that's why. I will show some footage of my market and my market prep, and then we will come back and we will talk about how it went. See you in a second. Here are all the flowers that I have been able to make. I find that flowers take me a pretty long time, so I don't really prioritize making heaps of them. I'll usually make a few and then do plushies and then do a few more towards the end. But I did really want to get some roses and sunflowers in, as they generally are my best seller, especially the sunflowers. So here I have a pretty decent collection of the sunflowers and the roses and a couple of other tulips that didn't sell from my last convention. So hopefully they'll sell this time around. Here is my 2 tubs full of plushies that I have managed to prep so far. These are going to be for the current market and whatever's left over will go towards my convention. I've got a fair few bees, some Pokemon plushies. I've got a few flowers as well, like you saw in the last clip. I've got a bit of everything, but I really wanted to make sure I had enough sort of stock, and I have them in these plastic containers that I take to my markets. It keeps them waterproof and it makes it easier to stack. So this is pretty much all the stock. I'm hoping it's enough. I think it will be. If it's just a park market, it shouldn't be too crazy, but I wanted to make sure I have enough stock that everyone can actually see what kind of things I'm able to offer. But these rainbow and bears are seriously my cutest ones. I also really like the colors that I've used this time. I have a pretty good collection of parfait chunky at this point, so I'm making all the colors. Okay guys, so that was the market prep and the event itself. I didn't take too much videos. I was a bit distracted during the market because my mum was helping me, so I just wasn't videoing as much as I usually do. So the event was actually quite good in itself. It was a little bit overcast and windy, but the previous day was really hot, so I was glad that I didn't have the hot weather and the cooler weather was out instead. It is an event that is pretty much primarily, I guess, aimed at the community. There's a lot of community members there from Parliament, a lot of community businesses and organisations. There's probably only like 5 or 6 handmade or like local artisans there, myself included. And there was a petting zoo as well. So there wasn't too much shopping to be done. There was a couple of activities like face painting and stuff for the kids. I think show bags were there as well and food, lots of food. So it was a pretty good market for me to attend in terms of there wasn't too much competition. There's no other crocheters, which is always a good thing. And I guess it's controversial, but I know that people say there's plenty of room for us all to succeed, and that definitely is true. But when you're at a market and there's like a lot of crocheters, people do tend to pick and choose where to buy from, whereas if you're the only one, they're like, oh, you're the only crocheter, okay, let's buy from you. You know, you have full reign of the market. In that instance, there was really no competition, which is awesome. But yeah, so I thought I'll go over my sales figures and let you know how I went. Actually, there was one drama moment at this market. So I actually had 2 of my dino plushies stolen, and I didn't even realize until maybe like an hour after it happened. I took like I kind of rearranged my setup, and I'll show you this on screen, but I moved my plushie, my dino plushies from inside a crate, which I think people weren't seeing, and put it out in the center of my table, and I have a pegboard kind of like in front, like behind, which blocks my view a little bit. And I think someone had walked up and stolen it because it was kind of in front of the pegboard. To say this, but they're usually the young teenagers, and they'll hover around the stalls, and they clearly have no intention of purchasing, and they'll pick things up. They will like play with them, sometimes really roughly as well. Like there's times when I'm like, you need to stop touching my things because they're gonna break. And I don't know where the parents are, because there's like young kids taking, like literally a little kid, maybe like 3 or 4, grabbed a bunch of stuff and started running off. My mum was like, wait, I had to like chase her down. Like, you can't just take things. Like, where's the parent? She's like 3 or 4, and she's like going to each store, like just, you know, raising hell. And I mean, I have a 4-year-old, almost 4-year-old, so I get it. Like, I understand, but come on, like, you know, it'd be good if patrons at these markets could keep an eye on, you know, what's going on as well to help us out. But anyway, 2 of my plushies got stolen. There was one chick at the very end who I'm pretty sure was probably coming back for more. I think it was her that was doing it. She had her jacket over her hand and just walking along, picking things up. She kept looking at myself and at my partner, and you know, I spoke to her. I was like, oh, hey, do you need any help? And she just ignored me. She just kind of kept touching the plushies, looking at us, looking back, looking at us, like touching everything and just being really shady. And she had a jacket like skimming the table. So you know how they like put the jacket over the arm and then they put something under it and they walk off. So my partner just basically like stood right in front of her at one point. We're just staring at her in the face, and she eventually just walked away. Like, she didn't have any wallet on her. She was probably like maybe 12 or so, but it was just so obvious that what she was trying to do. So anyway, and because we just realized that things had been stolen, we were extra vigilant. But it's so frustrating when you spend literally hours making something only to find out that someone had taken it, you know, that they felt they were so entitled to your handmade goods that you spent hours laboring over just to take it for free. So it really like set me off a little bit after that. But you know, what can you do? It was towards the end of the event as well. So anyway, I think, you know, next time if I'm going to be doing outdoor events, which I'm starting to not like that much, I just have to be more vigilant. And I have to arrange my setup in a way that I'm constantly watching everything. And I do try, like I am trying to, but at the same time, I don't want to be staring at people when they're shopping, because I feel like it's really uncomfortable for both of us to just be staring, like waiting for you to, you know, you're going to make a sale, or you're going to like purchase this. I just like to let people do their thing. And I am very trustworthy as a person in general. So I think I'm, you know, I just turn away and say, hey, you know, do you need anything? Let me know. And I turn away, let them do their thing. But then that's when some people will just take what they want and walk away. That's what happened. So anyway, I'll get my actual results. 1 second, I'll find my phone. Okay, I am back with my phone. Sorry if the lighting keeps changing. It is a strange day outside today. Like, it is really overcast and windy, and my lighting is just like. Okay, so I'm just looking at my phone. If you're wondering, why are you not looking at the camera? What day was it? Saturday. Okay, so I don't remember exactly how many plushies or items I took, but I did have around $2,700 worth of inventory, which included flowers. My flowers didn't do too well. So I made 46 sales, which is not 46 items, this is 46 transactions. And my gross sales were $1,403, which I thought was actually pretty good. Because my first time vending, I think I only made around $400 for my items. So this is a great improvement. My average sale was $30.50. $1,082 on card, and cash was $321. And fees were $17.35 for the square fees. So my net total was $1,385.65, and it's also $150 for the store fee. So that was actually, pretty good. I guess my biggest seller was the mushrooms, the mushy boys. I made 10 of them and I sold 9. So I have 1 left over. I also sold my big dragon, my beautiful green and yellow dragon, for $120. I priced him high because it took me a couple of days to make, because I work full-time with kids. I work full-time and I have kids, so I don't have a spare time to throw around. So it took me a few days to make it. And I'm going to have to make another one for my next market, because that was just, I didn't think he would sell. So I'm pretty chuffed about that. And I'm really happy that the lady who bought him also bought a lot of things from me, and she didn't inquire about the price. She was just really happy with what the price was, which makes me really happy, because sometimes people question your prices, which makes you think, why? It took me so long to make these. So when someone's like, what's the price? Okay, beautiful. You just think, oh, thank you so much for appreciating handmade. Like, this is the best. I sold 6 of the baby chicks, 6 keychains, 3 turtles. Turtles always sell and I never make enough, and I don't know why I do this to myself. Like, I literally will be like, turtles will sell, I'll make 4 of them, and then they'll all sell within an hour, and I'm like, why did I do that? Every single time. My flowers, I think I only sold, let me see, I did not sell many flowers, and I usually sell all of my sunflowers, and I didn't, which is fine. You know, these things happen. I think I sold $54 worth of my tulips, and they're $15 each. I sold 1 carnation, and I sold 1 lavender, 1 rose, 1 puffy tulip. What else did I sell? Where's my sunflowers? Oh, and $54 worth of sunflowers. So I really should get the number instead of just giving you the, what's the count? Because I don't maths in my head, and I'm really sorry about that. Here we go, 3 sunflowers. Because I was born and raised in the era of calculators. And I also made some bear milk teas, and I sold 3 out of 4, which was really awesome. And my little bear and reindeers both sold. So that was really cool, because I didn't think it would, I thought it was overpriced. Sorry, I didn't think it was overpriced. I thought people would think it was overpriced because the size of it was kind of small. But I had things that were bigger than that and less expensive. But because there were so many pieces like that, the head and the body, they were joined. No, they weren't joined. So the head and the body are not joined. You've got the arms, the ears, the antlers, I think that's it, right? That's it. So it's a lot of little tiny pieces and putting them together. So anyway, that's my market recap. It was a very successful market. It didn't rain. It was a little bit overcast. My mum helped me. So it was a great day. My whole family came out to support. So got to be happy with that. Yeah, so thank you so much for joining me on my little market vlog. I will be doing more of these. I actually have a lot more to upload as well that I've done in the past. And I've just seen all of the videos that I've taken and thought, oh, this is kind of going in too hard basket because I've got to organize all the footage and whatnot. But this video should be pretty straightforward. So hopefully it's out soon, and I'll put some of the older ones out after it. That my next market is Kai Convention in Sydney. So if you are in Sydney and you want to go to an awesome artist market, which is like all anime, manga related, geekery, all the cool stuff, check it out. It's on the 5th and 6th of October. So that's where I will be, and I will see you there. Thank you so much for joining. If you like this video, please subscribe or like. Any little bit helps. So see you in the next one. Thank you. Bye.